So, if you're just tuning in, this is John and Helen, maybe John and Fumi today. It's a family value-based show, and we'll be focusing on goal setting, like I said earlier. Well, Fumi,
Yeah.
do you have goals, New Year resolutions, or do you even participate in any vision boarding sessions? Let me ask.
Okay, so the vision boarding thing, I think, was it last year or 2 years ago? I actually had a vision board in my room. Well, vision cardboard. So I just, cut out different things. So this year I have like a vision book,
Okay.
writing like the different aspects of my life that I want to do. I don't make New Year resolutions. So I think more of this goal setting. This is why I'm really excited about this session we're having this morning.
Yes.
So the goal setting thing of how do I do this and how do I do or what I've been doing before, how can I improve on it? How am I going to, so for example, I like food. But how do I improve and ensure that I eat good
Right.
food, eat right, that is the right calories so that I don't get overweight, but also still keep my taste buds happy, for example. And then just like different things. So in different aspects of my life, yes, I have goal setting, vision boarding. In fact, everybody and their little sister this January is doing a vision boarding session.
Yes.
What about you, JS? Do you have goals?
Well, I was going to ask you that do we have to do these things at the beginning of the year? Because you can always set your goals and do your vision boarding at any time.
Anytime, yes, but there's something, we're human. There's something about, the start. So we see January as the beginning of the fresh start.
okay.
So yes, that's the reason why.
All right, so I'm going to wait till September, which is my birthday,
To start a vision
to
board.
start my vision
So
board.
between now and September, you don't have like any goals you're trying to achieve?
No, I have goals from last September.
Oh, okay. So you always use your birthday as the, yeah, I
Yes.
see. Nice.
So anyway, I'm sure that our guests today may throw a little light on when we can set our goals.
Yes, sure. And speaking of our guest today is Dr. Afolabi Olatunji. He's a business development coach. He helps companies and individuals achieve their goals through actionable plans and strategies. He's very vast in leadership development, life coaching, public speaking, team building. Welcome, Dr. Olatunji, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Welcome, Dr. Olatunji. Are you there?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm here. I'm excited to be here. Good morning.
Can you hear Dr. Olatunji?
Fumi
Yes.
and John.
Good morning.
This is not Ellen right now, right?
No, I'm
Good
standing in
morning.
for Helen. Good morning. Good morning. So let's get straight to it. Why is goal setting important for anyone? Why is goal setting important?
Yeah, absolutely. Goal setting is important for any serious-minded individual that truly want to take his or her life very, very seriously. Now, to me, I'll begin by saying, Tony Robbins said, it's a goal setting is the first step of turning the invisible into visible. And it's very important for people to understand from that simple statement, turning the invisible into visible. It means that some of the things that you visualize, some of the things that you want in your life, a matter of fact, goal setting, the first step to goal setting is to first have what I call desire. You must have a desire. You must have a desire for something. And like they say, desire is the starting point of every achievement in life. You want to have the tallest building in town. You want to be the owner of the best, manufacturing company. You want to drive the best of cars. You want to live in Banana Island. You want to live in major highbrow in Lagos. You must first desire it. Without desire, you cannot achieve any goal. So the first step to it is that you must have a desire for what you really want, not just only for that particular year, because I heard John said, maybe he's going to start his own, or maybe start writing his own goal from September, which happens to be his birthday. It doesn't work like that.
Dr.
You need to start by putting in some steps. I hope I'm loud.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. GS, you had a question for him?
Yes, I had a question. I actually missed out a lot of, because my audio just couldn't, I couldn't catch a lot of it. But really, Dr. Olatunji, thanks so much for that. I want to know, what are the pertinent questions that one should ask himself or herself, in goal setting? What are those questions that you must ask yourself when you're setting goals?
Yeah, it's very simple. To me, I put together like 5 questions that you need to ask yourself. One of the first is, what do I want to be? What do I want to be? Like, you have to look at yourself within the next 5 years, within the next 1 year. What do I want to be? So it means that you must first have that question. It's a question you ask yourself personally. The second question is, what do I want people to say of me? What do I want people to say of me? Because it's very important that, okay, am I the type that is influencing or impacting people? What kind of blueprint do I have in people's life? What do I want people to say of me? Matter of fact, I'm not saying you should, depend your life on what people, people's opinion. It doesn't matter, but what people will say of me, because you're not going to be a nuisance, like you say. An idiot being motivated will become a motivated idiot. You have to tell yourself, what do people say of me? The third is, what do I want to be? What do I want to be? Okay, what do you want to become? I tell people, quite frankly, I tell them, you become what you think about. You become what you think about. You need to understand that whatever you're thinking, because thoughts are things, for you to change the things you don't want in your life, you must have to start addressing your thought. Now, the fourth one is, where do I want to be? Where do I want to be?
Where? Okay.
Am I clear? Am I clear enough?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Please carry on.
Yeah, where do I want to be? That's the fourth. Where do you want to be within the next 5 years, within the next 10 years? Where do I want to be? Do I want to be like Dangote? Do I want to be like Kotedola? Do I want to be the CEO of the best manufacturing company in town? Do I want to be, a better person? I want to be a managing director in my own place of work. And the last one is, where will I end my life? So with these 5 questions, I believe there are things that will help you to align your goal in the right direction. And it is very important. Now, with these 5 questions, you now have to have what I call, you have a clearer mental picture of where you want to be. All right. So if you ask these 5 questions, it will help you to put together a clearer mental picture of what you want for yourself.
Okay, so Dr. Olatunji, because I was taking notes when you were talking, let me just go through this again. It's really for those who are at home. So number 1 is, what do I want to be? Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Number 2 is, what do I want people to say of me?
Yes.
Even though I'll take up with that later. Then what do I want to become? That's number 3.
Yes.
Even though I feel like what do I want to be and what do I want to become is almost similar. Then where do I want to be and where will I end my life? The 4 questions to ask yourself when you're doing the goal setting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So I think for me, I want you to go back to number 2. What do you want people to say of me? How do we, so it's basically, which is what life has really become now, it's all about perception. Is it how you are perceived or how you really are? And I don't even know how I'm going to ask this question without even seeming like,
actually.
Yeah, is it how I'm perceived or how, because we're in the age of social media where somebody is carrying a camera around the phone with you to show like a perceived kind of life. And then there is also the real person that you are in your, what's it called? In your closet. That's 1. And then 2, in a country like Nigeria where people go around being mediocre and very incompetent, and it always seem like this one, wala is always too much. Do you understand? How do you do that balance of how you are perceived, or how people say that this one is either this wala is too much or truly just wants excellence? I don't know if you get my question.
Yeah, I think I got your question, and I will begin answering that question by saying, to me, first, I don't let people's opinion to determine my reality. I don't let people's opinion to determine my reality. When I have a clearer mental picture of where I'm going in life, then I wouldn't say what people will say of me, but let me coin it better way so you can understand that what would they say of me? Am I the type that leave legacy or impacting people? Am I the type that is just a nuisance around people? Am I the type that is like you're just there, you're not adding any influence, you're not making life, like people are not looking up to you for something? Are you the type that you just live in life like you just believe you're just living by yourself? You just believe that whatever you're doing, you're just on your own? So basically, when you have a consciousness of the fact that what will people say of me, all right? When you have a consciousness of the fact that what people will say of me, it will guide you and it will make you to ensure that you are really moving from what I call, unconscious incompetent into conscious competent, right? I hope that is clear.
Yeah, conscious competent. So yeah, that's clear.
Yes. Dr. Olatunji, I have a different kind of worry, because I see that we are becoming so dependent on goal setting, So if goal setting is like a roadmap to our success, are we allowed to modify our pathway to success? Because you don't have all the answers from the beginning. As you move along, are you allowed to tweak here and there
just okay,
and work to the answer?
You see, sometimes while you're trying to pursue your goals, there are some certain things that will come in. In fact, sometimes you will be frustrated. I tell most people that your goals, sometimes they're going to stress you. Sometimes your goal will seem to be like it's impossible to achieve. Now, in the process, modifying your goal, that's where you need to also have what I call understand or differentiate between the short-term goal and your long-term goal. Now, in the process of trying to achieve your long-term goals, all right? So the short-term goal is what you can tag or, look at it like, okay, what if I put this, can I achieve this thing from this period? Let's say in a month, for example. Now, I want to, let's say maybe I need some certain things in this month of January. Now, and you know that your kind of income you want to achieve by the end of the year, that your monthly income you want to be achieving is like maybe, for example, let's say 1 million naira is what you want to be having for yourself on a monthly basis. And you know that realistically, what you have right now is just about 200,000 naira they are paying you in salary. Now, you have put the goals. You have put the goal. You know that with my goal, I'm going to work it to help bring the right element to me. So your short-term goal is what is going to help you. How do you get a short-term goal? By putting together something realistic, or do I need to get something that could help me achieve extra income? And that's why I tell people this fact. I tell them, I said, your level, your income level will not far exceed the level of your personal development. You also develop yourself. What books am I reading? Who do I listen to? Who is mentoring me? Like they say, those who lack mentors lack method. You need to know and ask people, am I getting better? And I give you an example, John. In the year 2018, I have some list of goals. All right? It's about 10. And at the end of that year, I look at it, I was doing my check on the list of goals I have for myself. But I was able to realize that it's only 6 that I've been able to achieve, right?
Okay.
And what happened to the next 4? Now, luckily, I saw my mentor. His name is David Imonite Jr. He lives in the US, a multi-million-dollar man. And I told him, I showed him, and he said it. He looked at it. He said, Afolabi, wait for it. This will happen. He said, you need to understand that what the book of Habakkuk 2:2 said. The book of Habakkuk 2:2 said, sorry, I'm a Christian for those listening to me. That's like a guide for me. He said, write the vision, make it plain on a plain paper or whatever it is. He said, that vision you wrote down, he said, wait for it. He said, though it may tarry, right? He said, but wait for it because the vision is set for an appointed time. Okay. It means that it will happen, but there are some obstacles. There are some aches, like things you need to go across to achieving your goal. So those things are the things you need to identify. But at the end of it all, editing or modifying your goal is what I call the short-term goal. So that's like a marking point towards achieving your greater goal.
Okay.
Okay. So it's fantastic that you quoted that scripture about writing, because I was just about to ask you that, despite all that is said about goal setting, many people never put their, the goals into, writing. So how do such people still succeed, with their goals if they don't, write it down and itemize, like, this is what, and articulate it, okay, this is what I want to achieve here, and all of that?
Yeah.
Yes, it's simple. No wonder the Holy Book says it's simple perish for lack of vision. It's just that you without vision, it means the vision is how you visualize your life in the other way, in the future. You're visualizing your life. You're saying what will become of me within the next few years. Now, in talking about writing down your goal, there's no goal. In fact, I've never seen any successful person in life without a goal. You can ask all the rich and wealthy people, they have their goals. Now, they could do it unconsciously, and they don't really know that this is what they are doing, but they have list of something. They have list of what they tend to achieve. Those are their goals. Now, I'll tell you, in actualizing your goals, if you don't write down, because you need to ink it, you need to have a notepad and pen, like you said, the vision board. You can have it at the back, like everywhere. In fact, if you cannot write it down, put it in your screensaver, and tell and develop what I call a daily affirmation. You need to develop a daily affirmation. Now, the daily affirmation is what is going to prime your brain into helping you to achieve this goal. The daily affirmation can be so simple by saying, I am so grateful and thankful now that I am now earning about 1 million naira every month by December 31st, 2022. All right? So it can be so simple because the moment you have that affirmation, now that affirmation is very important. I recommend that there's no how you will say you want to achieve this without writing it down. Because the ultimate goal is basically who you have become at the end or in the process of putting down your goal. So you need to write it down. You need to write it down. It's very compulsory. It's very necessary. And put it around you.
Okay, Dr. Olatunji, our next goal now is to take a break. Yes. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Thank you for staying with us. You're still watching Today with John and Helen. And today is John Afolabi. Okay, so Dr. Olatunji, because we're running out of time, we're going to go to the wellness segment with Farron very shortly. I want to find out from you, how do we link our short-term goals and our long-term goals? So, some people have like 3-year plans, 5-year plans, but how do I link it to just making simple plans from the quarter for like 3 months to my 3-year plan goal? How do I link both together?
It's very simple. Well, it's not like it's very, very simple. Together it has to begin from you first identify them first. Your long-term goal, maybe you want to buy a house. And then in the process, you know that you can achieve with reality that you've been faced with. Your reality can be your income, what you're earning at the moment. You know, your income is not going to help you to achieve that. So the short-term goal is now what you now need to look at. Okay, what can I do? How can I start, you know, doing maybe some sort of business or sort of work that could help me to put together some kind of savings that will help me to ultimately achieve my goal. Now, it could start from maybe I'm working for a company at the moment, and I know my salary is about, let's say, 200,000 naira. With that 200,000 naira, you know, for the next 5 years, this is not going to help you. So the short-term goal will be that, what can I look for? And I talk about personal development. You should not sit in your comfort zone and you're thinking that, okay, your comfort zone could be that your work. And what you need to do is to ensure that I need to move out of my comfort zone to become comfortable with the unfamiliar. Now, what is the unfamiliar? You know, facing what you don't know, getting to develop yourself, getting to look for opportunities that to help you to start putting these things into reality, okay? I look at myself and I look at my income, which is my reality. All I need to do is that, what can I do to give me extra income? So you start putting together things that you know, that you don't know and you want to know. So you now start from developing yourself. You now start from looking for different source. Maybe is an opportunity to learn something within a few months that is help you to start putting together maybe extra income, maybe some extra 50,000 naira by the month or some extra 100,000 naira by the month, and you know, within 6 months I can actually achieve this. So you start looking at these things and you start planning. If it's to save it, you can start working at it. If it's to put it together, at the end of it, so you know that when you start having this thing with your other reality, you know, you are, you know, gradually gravitating into actualizing your goal. So to me, I see that the long-term goal and the short-term goal, they are way different. Most of the time I tell people, the short-term goals are the things you want to achieve, like today. It can be the things you want to achieve within a month. It can be the things you want to achieve within a week. And the long-time goal can be things you want to. In fact, I tell people, if you are putting down a long-time goal, you can start by first identifying the time, the duration of which you want to see this goal come to be. Put it, give it a timeline, maybe 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but don't let it exceed 10 years, okay? Now, don't let it exceed 10 years. Note that your long-time goal should either be 1 year, 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, or 10 years. The max you want to do on your long-time goal should be 10 years. So that short-time goal you now have will not be the marking point, all right?
Yes.
Will not be the marking point. You're not like, okay, have I been able to achieve this for the month? Then you look at the next month.
Yes.
And then that's when you align it. And then you see that, you know, things that seem to be impossible will not be possible.
Absolutely. But you know what? It makes me feel like a ball juggler. And that's what you call the balancing act.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Dr. Olatunji, could you please unravel this for me? Sometimes, you see, we're inspired by the successes of other people. I want to be like him. I want to be like her.
Yeah.
You know, and therefore, you know, we tend to want to wear the cloak of other people, you know, because maybe there are role models or whatever. How safe is this? Trying to be who you are not.
Well, that's a very important question. How safe it is trying to be someone else that you are not.
Yes.
Now, I'll tell you straight up, John. First, you just need to understand, is the person I want to be, is it the type that if I become this person, or if I try to model my life after this person, my life will be better? Now, you say you want to choose a mentor, and that's why it's very important. I advise anybody to choose a mentor. It's like you trying to go to Lekki now, and you don't know the road to Lekki. Shouldn't you ask somebody that already knows the road than for you to say you want to keep trying? Now, you know, trying is not going to get you anywhere. one of my mentors says something: if you don't know where you are going, everywhere will look like it. You need to identify where you're going. You need to identify who you're modeling yourself after. I'll tell you something. There's one of my mentor that, is a phenomenal guy. He's a great guy. And, in his marriage, he has some glitches in his marriage. And my wife told me, he said, Afolabi, hey, now that this your mentor, his marriage is not good. So are you going to tell me that will this still be your mentor in this area? So I have to now say, okay, he can be my mentor in this other area. But, I told myself, I didn't tell her anyway, that, okay, I would either look for someone that, has a better marriage and, it can also help to, help somebody that knows that we're growing. I hope that answers it. So you must understand what you really want in that person, who you're modeling after, who do you want to be mentored by, and then follow and do what that person is doing. That's what I call the reality principle. The reality principle states that if you want to be successful in that area, it means that maybe you want what that person is doing. It's a find out what these people have done. He said, then do it over and over until you get the same result they have acquired. So it is what it is.
Great.
All right. That's a lot. Okay, so Dr. Olatunji, I just want to know, sometimes we reach our goals much earlier than we imagined. So what next? My goal is to earn 3.5 million pounds per month by January 2022. I've reached that goal now. So what next? What am I supposed to do?
Do you sit back? Or do you
just sit back and just
do?
relax and just flex in my goals.
Okay, what next is you need to plan another goal. In fact, have your goals every year. Review your goal. You're not going to stop. You will need to start, writing those goals. If you achieve this goal, like you said, 3.5 million naira every month, that's good. I like that. I like when you challenge yourself. Now, I tell you, there is something that has changed when you put down your goal, and that's the most important thing, and which is the ultimate. The ultimate, or the ultimate, or what you ought to be, is that the person you have basically become in the process of putting down your goal is ultimate. Okay, nothing else matters, right? You are becoming a better person. You can see that now my life has a meaning and purpose. You are not just living just by, you are becoming a better person. If I'm able to put down my goal, what I become or what I have become in the process is what matters. To me, it is not about having the goal completed, it is what I have become in the process that matters. And at the same time, when that goal is done, you need to also have another goal.
That makes a lot of sense, Dr.
I like
Olatunji.
that. It's the journey, not the destination.
Yes. And you see, I guess that the same principle would apply to when you kind of like think you're still far away from your goals.
Yeah.
So, it's a matter of reassessing your situation, where you are your timelines in order, and all of that.
Yeah.
Dr. Olatunji, I wish we could.
Yeah, we don't want you to go, actually. But time is fast spent. We don't want you to go. It has been a fantastic session.
Yes.
I'm looking, because I know you're currently in Uyo right now. I'm looking forward to when you come to Lagos, so we can just have more expansive conversations. And if you're having like a session, please invite me. I like to have like a goal setting session where you can just actually get to plan everything. Thank you so much for your time. It has truly been an enlightening time with you today.
Yes, it is. So up next is our fitness segment, and Ferron and Omomi Akinifesi, who's an ex-beauty queen. I don't agree with her. I think she's still a beauty queen. And she's an integrative coach as well, a personal branding consultant. We'll be discussing the importance of failure. Stay with us.